Welcome back to another edition of Agricultural Science. Today we'll be looking at the topic classification of crops. Although we've talked about this topic prior to this time, but this time we'll be looking at the classification according to their economic uses. We already know that a crop plant is a plant that is grown by man for the purpose of harvesting it at some stages of crop development. In classifying crops according to their economic uses, crops are classified or grouped according to the main food substances existing in them or the use they are put. These crops are classified into legumes, cereals, roots and tubers, vegetables, fruits, beverages, oil, latex, fibers, spices, drugs. Cereals are crops grown because of their seeds which are used as food. Such crops are very rich in carbohydrate. Examples of cereal crops are maize, rice, wheat, millet. Legumes. Legumes are crops that have nodules or swellings in their root. They are capable of converting the nitrogen of the air to plant food. Such crops are very rich in protein. Examples of legumes are the soya bean, groundnut, the cowpea, locally called beans, and vegetables. Vegetables are crops whose leaves and fruits are used as vegetables in food. Such crops are rich in vitamins needed by the body. Examples are okra, water leaf, fluted pumpkin, usually known as ugu. Now, fruit crops. These are crops grown for their fruit, which supply vitamin and sugars to the body. Examples of fruit crops are coconut, mango, orange. Spice crops are crops that are used to flavor food. Examples of spice crops are ginger, onion, pepper, and thyme. Root and tubers are crops that store food in their root or stem in form of tubers. They are rich in carbohydrates and examples are cassava, yam, potato. Now oil crops. Oil crops are crops whose seeds or fruits are rich in oil. Examples of such crops are oil palm, groundnut, cotton, coconut. Drugs and stimulant crops are crops that produce substances or materials used for medical purposes. Examples of drugs and stimulants are the neem plant, locally called dogoyaro, the eucalyptus, the cola, lime. Fiber crops are crops used in making ropes, threads, and textile or clothing materials. These crops include cotton, jute, kenaf, and sisal. Ornamental crops are crops used mostly for decoration. Crop products are used as food by people. Food is very important for human survival because without food, life will not continue to exist. Some of these crops used as food include maize, plantain, rice, yam, beans, cassava, etc. Most of the things used in building houses where people live are crop materials. Timber trees provide planks used in the building of houses. Many of our clothing materials are made from crop materials such as cotton. Some of our crops are used in feeding farm animals. Maize and sorghum are very important in feeding poultry. Where crops are planted, they act as cover for the soil. They prevent erosion caused by wind and rain. Ornamental plants or flower plants are used to decorate and beautify compounds. When crops die, the wood is useful as fuel or firewood for cooking and heating the house during cold periods. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.